Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It's earlier this evening. It is 10:40 p.m. on this crazy weather Saturday night. It is 77 degrees outside, although I just checked the weather channel on my phone before I left Tawny Jeans and it said it was 78. There's like literal non-stop lightning. I mean, it's like lightning. I mean, I'm just like looking at the sky. It's just like lightning. Tanya and I went to the pool this evening to do a night swim, and she had tons and tons of work she had to do. And she asked me earlier in the day, she was like, do you want to go to the pool this evening? I think it's open until 10 o'clock. This is our pool that we both like belong to. And Alex was out with friends, and then he had like something else he was going to do tonight, which he didn't end up doing. He ended up coming home, and now he's just like relaxing with the dogs. But I was like, yeah, sure. And so she was like, well, let me get my work done and stuff. So I was like filming videos, and I called her at like 7 o'clock because we were going to go from 8 to 10. And I called her at like 7 o'clock, and I was like, are we gonna go swimming? Did you get your stuff done? And she was like, oh babe, she was like, I haven't gotten all my work done yet, and I'd love to go swimming, and it's like a perfect evening for it. She was like, but I just don't think that I can go. And I had just read this meditation in my, can you see the lightning? I had just read this meditation in my Melody Beatty book that talked about spontaneous fun, and it's important to do that and stuff. And I said, Tanya, I said, because I really wanted to go to the pool, and I really wanted to go to the pool with her. I said, I just read this meditation in the Melody Beatty book, The Language of Letting Go. I said, that was talking about spontaneous fun. And, oh, by the way, there just came up right before I dropped her off, there was a notice, well, right over there when we were driving home, there was a notice that came up on there. It said severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm sure while I am vlogging, it will start here in a second. It's like a perfect evening for a thunderstorm, though. Woo! That was huge lightning. So anyway, I said, Tanya, I said, I just read this meditation in the Melody Beatty book, and I think it's for you, and it's about spontaneous fun. And she started laughing, and she's like, I know. I said, well, don't feel bad about it. I said, we can go another night. So I got off the phone, and she texted me, and she said, can you pick me up by 8:20, and would you come back to the kennel with me? So I called her, and I said, Tanya, I said, you do not have to go. I said, don't feel bad because I want to go, that you have to go. If I want to go, I'll just go to my neighborhood pool, you know, for a night swim. And she was like, well, I want to go. She was like, but like, I really have to get this stuff done. And I was kind of feeling bad about it. I said, girl, don't worry about it. She was like, but would you come back here with me so I could finish up my work? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So she was like, okay, pick me up at 8:20. So I got my stuff done, and then I went and she wanted a bottle of water. I got a fountain pop. I got a Dr. Pepper on the way, and then I picked her up, and we went to the pool, and there was nobody in the pool. There were like two girls that were probably like, they looked like sisters. They were probably like 15 and 12 or something. And then there was a dad with his son that was probably like 10, and he was doing dives off the diving board. And those were the only people that were in the pool. The dad was sitting on the side of the pool, and then there was another guy that was like my age, probably sitting by, like he was sitting by us, but he wasn't in the pool. So we got in the pool, and Tanya and I were kind of like going back and forth. I mean, it was so nice, this huge pool, right? And there's nobody in it. And all of a sudden, when the lifeguards, these girls are so sweet that work there, like blew the whistle, and she was like, lightning, we spotted lightning, you got to get out of the pool. So we had to get out of the pool because they spotted lightning. And we were kind of like joking with them. We're like, we have to get out of the pool because of lightning. So anyway, we got out of the pool, and then they were like, you have to go to the parking lot. Like, we can't have anybody on the pool deck for an hour once lightning, like while lightning is spotted. You have to be like off the deck. So, and people were like, well, when can we get back in the pool? And at that point, it was like, I don't know, it was like almost 9 o'clock or something. And they're like an hour after the last lightning. As we were leaving, as we were getting out of the pool, there was people that were just showing up, like another couple. But anyway, so Tanya and I got out, and then we were both hungry because we hadn't eaten today. So we went to Taco Bell, and I got Tanya got nachos Bel Grande, a taco, one of those nacho tacos, Doritos nacho tacos, and a Pepsi, a large Pepsi. Well, it was going to be a small Pepsi, but since mine came with a drink, they just made it a large for her because I already had my fountain pop that I was drinking. And I got that, it's like a bigger size of nachos Bel Grande. It's called a grande size, I don't know, but anyway. But they have it in a veggie order as well. I don't love it. I got it one other time, and I actually like just like the nachos Bel Grande made with beans more. So the woman that was working the window, I could tell she was overwhelmed. She was real friendly. We were talking to her in the window, and she's like, if you guys could pull around the side, we'll bring your food out. Oh, I got that, and I got 2 bean burritos. So she brought the food out. Tanya and I leave. We go to the kennel. I sit down. Tanya had me on this like little side desk that I was like working on. Well, I wasn't working on it. I was just like trying to figure out. I was like watching different videos, and then I finally pulled up Oprah's aha moments. Because I knew Tanya, because Tanya was kind of listening to the videos in the background, and I knew that she would enjoy that. So, I put that on, and I opened my nachos, and they had ground beef on them, and I was like, and Tanya's like, well, call them up, and I was like, no, I said, it's just not even worth it. So I gave them to her to give to Eric, so she just took them into Eric. And she was like, is that frustrating for you? I was like, it's frustrating in that it happens more often than not at Taco Bell. Like, the last time Alex went and got food from Taco Bell for us, we were getting ready to watch some show. And it was like 2 things that I ordered ended up having meat on them that I had like specifically asked for not to have meat on. And so, yeah, it is frustrating because especially when they have vegetarian items, like if you ask for like a black bean Crunchwrap Supreme, and then they make, and this hasn't happened to me with like the Crunchwrap Supreme, but I'm just using it as an example, and then the Crunchwrap Supreme isn't a vegetarian one, which is actually an item that they have on their menu is a vegetarian black bean Supreme, and then you get it home, because, I mean, to sit there and look through each of your things at Taco Bell is messy, and everything kind of starts coming apart. So it's like then to get it home and realize that, I mean, you're just as hungry as the other person, you know, that the stuff that you have isn't vegetarian. Yeah, it is frustrating, but it's whatever. I had bought some of those peanut butter filled pretzels at the gas station, and I also bought, what are those called? They're like Frito-Lay makes them. They're like the spirals. They're like honey barbecue. I never usually get them, but I knew that Tanya liked them. I had gotten them one other time, and Tanya really liked them, so I got them so we could both eat them. She's like, oh, she's like, I don't know if I've ever had these before. I was like, I remember the last time I got them and you liked them. So she tried them, and she was like, oh, these are really good. So I was full on that anyway. I didn't eat anything else. Today was a fantastic day. I got up, and since I vlogged late last night, after I got done vlogging last night, I listened to like an hour of my audiobook. Oh my god, you guys, this book Malibu Rising is so good. Tanya and I were just talking about it because she just finished reading it. I don't know, like a week ago she finished reading it. But anyway, it's so fantastic. And it really reminds me of like, Mel, if you're listening to this, you would love this book, because Mel loves the Jackie Collins books, which kind of surprised me, but Mel really liked the Jackie Collins Lucky Santangelo series. It reminds me of like reading Chances, which is about like Lucky's parents, and her dad specifically, like them coming together and then like having the kids and stuff, and then like Lucky taking over the business and stuff. It reminds me a lot of, if you put Chances, which is the first one, in the Santangelo books, it just started raining. If you put Chances and Lucky side by side, or if you put them together in one book and you went back and forth, that's what it reminds me of. This gas station over here that I always stop at, it is closed down for the night. Look at that, it's just completely pitch dark. Like, all these gas stations anymore are closed down early. Fast food places are closed down early. It's just like crazy to me. And I said something to somebody, and they're like, we can't get anybody to work third shift. I can't remember where that was. We can't get enough people in here to work. So I got up today. I slept in. Our upstairs, you guys, I'm gonna have to like look at the vents and make sure that there's, I meant to do that today. Because sometimes like the one in the bedroom is like on my side, but we have two in the bedroom. We have one by Alex's side that's in the corner, and then we have one that's like underneath this like couch that I have on my side of the bed. And sometimes I have shoes over it, and I don't, because I take my shoes off and I put them underneath there. Sometimes I don't realize that there are like shoes covering the vents, but it was so hot in our bedroom last night and today. It got up to like 90 today. It wasn't supposed to rain tonight. I can't believe it's raining right now. My plants need it though, so. So I got up and I went and I wanted to get to the pool, and I was just gonna go to the pool first and film my videos later. And then I kind of just like ended up like screwing around at the house for a while, and like picking up this and picking up that and trying to figure out if I wanted to do some laundry, and I was hanging out with the dogs in bed. And then I went and got coffee, and I just went straight to the pool after that. So, and I was really surprised, like our little community pool, there was like nobody there. I mean, not nobody, but there was like a couple and like their friend or brother or something. I couldn't really figure out what they were. I'd seen the couple there last year. I think their parents or parent or somebody lives in the neighborhood. They use the pool. They were there. And they were just kind of like hanging out, drinking beer and talking and stuff. And then there were two girls that were probably like, maybe like freshmen in high school or like 8th grade or something, and they were hanging out at like the deep end of the pool. And then there was another woman that came. When I got there, there was like this one woman I know from my neighborhood, like she had brought all her grandkids up there, like these 4 kids, but they left like literally as soon as I got there, because I sat at this chair at the very end of the pool, and then she left and I went and sat in her chair, or their chair, so I could just like be looking right at the sun, because I wanted to get some sun today. So then, probably about 10 minutes before I left, this other woman came and she sat where I had originally sat. And I just took my coffee and sat in the pool. It was really nice. I didn't talk to anybody or anything, but... And then I got out. I was talking to Tanya when I got there. And, I was just texting Alex and stuff because he was downtown at this thing and that he had done. And, he had gone to I think it was like a fundraiser. It was like a drag brunch thing. And he had gone with like 2 of his girlfriends and this one girl's boyfriend. They had like had 4 tickets or something like that. He had asked me originally if I wanted to go, and I was like, no, I don't really feel like going. So he went, and then they kind of went to some different like bars and restaurants downtown on like Mass Avenue. And then he came home. And I filmed videos. I filmed 2 drama videos, a Peterisms video, and I was going to do a review video and a Peter Does Stuff video, but like I just got late with wanting to go and hang out with Tanya. And then I went and picked her up and we went to the pool. It was just such a relaxing day. It's so funny that a couple days ago I was like, I haven't been to the pool at all. And now I've been to like the pool like the last, what, 2 or 3 days. I went night swimming that one night, and then the last 2 days I've been at the pool. It's been nice. And Tanya was like, I'm so glad that you asked me to go tonight. She was like, it was so relaxing because she had worked such a long day. I felt so bad for her. She had worked like 8 to 1. And then like 3 to like when I came to pick her up, she hadn't left and she hadn't stopped working. And because they're so busy right now. And so she's like, I'm so glad that you like made me go to the pool with you. I was like, I didn't make you go. She's like, no, but I'm glad that you asked me to. She's like, I really needed to relax and like eat something, because we sat there like the kennel, like the front desk, while she was like eating and stuff. We were to the side of it, but, and, so yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And, it was nice. I used to, like, back in the day, I used to go with Tanya a lot when she would, because she goes over there at night, like for an hour every night, and, you know, well, Eric goes with her now, and she would, like, let the dogs out and check and make sure everything's okay and all that kind of stuff. But back in the day, I used to go with Tanya a lot, and, you know, she would do stuff at, you know, make sure everything was laid out for the next day and everything, and I would just, like, sit there and talk to her while she was doing it. It was fun. Kind of reminded me of that tonight. It was really fun. We just talked and stuff, and yeah, it was a good night. Oh. She's like, are you just gonna go home and go to bed now? And I said, no, I'm gonna vlog for a little bit, and then I want to listen to the audiobook. She goes, well, you said you were so tired. I said, I am really tired. I said, I'm hoping I get my second wind. I said, usually when I vlog, I get my second wind, and then I'll be awake and ready to rumble. Ready to listen to the audiobook. It was really fun because tonight I have my, like, new pool bag with me, my North Face one, which has now become my favorite one. The Patagonia one I like, but the North Face one is, like, so much. It has, like, pockets and stuff. And at first I was kind of, like, joking. I was like, oh my god, look, it's got pockets for sunglasses and stuff. But the pockets are actually perfect, especially being at the pool where you, like, kind of, like, start setting stuff down and you lose it. So I do have the sunglasses in the first pocket, but the second pocket I have my keys in. You guys want to see my gorgeous keychain that my husband got me for Christmas? I've shown you this. He got me this really nice Louis Vuitton keychain. Look at this. Can you see it? It's so pretty. It's blue, and it has, like, the LVs on it and stuff, and then it has, like, this coin. It has, like, this LV coin on it and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I have my keys in that pocket, and then in the third pocket I was keeping my phone, which is perfect. And the pockets are really deep. Like, they go all the way down to the bottom of the pool, or bottom of the back. So the pockets are, like, this deep, which is perfect because you can get your phone, like, way down in there, you know, like, out of the sun and stuff. And then it also has an area where you can, like, clasp it together so, like, people can't get in there and stuff. And there's, like, an inside pocket that zips, and I have all of my pool cards in there, the pool for the community, or the card for the community pool. And then I have, Alex has a card too, and I have a card. I have both of our cards in here for our membership pool that we belong to now. And, yeah. I'm getting a lot of use out of this bag. I really, really like it. Even just as, like, a bag to, like, go around, you know, just doing stuff. But anyway, I put a change of clothes in there because I didn't know what Tanya and I were going to do. She had mentioned earlier maybe wanting to go to Meijer, and she just got so tired because she's just been running, and, like, our friend was staying at her house, and so she's been working while her friend has been there. Well, our friend stayed at a lot of other people's houses too because she was visiting with other people here in town. But she stayed with Tanya the last 2 nights, I think. 3 nights. Saturday. She left today. She and her girlfriend left today. So Friday night, Thursday night, 3 nights she stayed there. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Tanya's grandkids were there before that. And Tanya's been, like, working this whole time as well. So I think she was just tired and ready to go home. But we had a good time. We had a great time today. So, I didn't know how long we were going to hang out. So I brought a change of clothes. I brought my little Hawaiian shirt with me. And my cutoff jean shorts. I love this, in this book, Malibu Rising. Like, they're forever surfing. And I love that they just, like, go surfing and then they throw on, like, jean shorts and a t-shirt, which is, like, what I wear every day in the summer. So I very much feel like a surfer when I'm, like, throwing on my cutoff jean shorts. And I do like that. I'm kind of getting, like, a base summer tan again, you know, like, with, like, the rosy cheeks. I love that. I wish I got into the pool earlier today because by the time that I got to the pool, the sun just wasn't as, like, intense or warm as it had been earlier, but that's my own fault because I just was messing around the house, not doing a whole lot of anything. Oh my Lord. So what else is new? My nephew Carlitos is officially in 3rd grade. My nephew Sebastian is officially in kindergarten, which seems crazy. It feels like just yesterday that they were born. Like, I mean, it's so crazy. I can remember, like, Sebastian being born. Like, and that seems like that was just, I mean, he's still little and stuff, you know, but it just seems like that was just yesterday. Oh, man. And tomorrow, we're going to go to brunch. And then I think we're just going to have, like, a pool day. If it's nice. I don't know, that emergency thunderstorm that we were getting ready here to have, it stopped pretty quickly. That was like a little bit of rain and then it just kind of stopped. But Alex had said maybe we could go to brunch a little bit earlier and then go to the pool and have a pool day. I was like, yeah, that's totally fine if you want to do that. I don't know if I'm gonna make videos. If I make videos, I'll make videos after we go to the pool. But I may just want to relax and hang out at the house with my husband and the dogs. The dogs were so sweet tonight, or today. They were so sweet. Lil Boo Radley, he just like never wants to wake up in the morning anymore. He just like, when Alex leaves, he goes to, well, Alex had to do some work stuff this morning too. So when he left, Boo Radley goes and he like gets on Alex's pillow and then he makes like a little bed for himself. And today, I was like, come on guys, let's go downstairs. And Tucker's like right away, like downstairs, you know. Tucker's like super awake and alert. And Boo Radley just sat, he like put his head up and he looked at me like, I'm not ready to go yet. And I'm like, Boo Radley? I go, come on, let's go. And he just sat there and said, Boo Radley, let's go downstairs, come on. And he finally got up and he was like, he stretched and he was like so groggy. I could tell he didn't want to get up. They are so sweet. They are two of the sweetest dogs in the entire world. Oh my gosh. I'm yawning like crazy. I don't know why. I'm starting to kind of come out of my tiredness a little bit, you know. I think having gone to bed like earlier recently and then other nights like staying up, it's like crazy because I couldn't tell the lights on that car. I was like wanting to see what that car was that turned because I couldn't. It's like they had like these really interesting lights and I could tell it was like some kind of big like SUV or something, pickup truck. I was like, is that a pickup truck? What is it? It was a white pickup truck, but it had these big lights on it. I was like, what kind of car is that? Anyway, I think because some nights I go to bed early and other nights I stay up really late, like my sleep schedule is like all over the place and I think my body doesn't really know what to do with it. But what's interesting about it is that, and I said this the other night, I'm kind of at the point now where like if I stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning or if I go to bed at 10:30 at night, I still sleep till the same time the next day. Like, I mean, today I slept a little bit later because I got up in the middle of the night last night and vlogged and listened to my audiobook. So of course I went to bed like later. But did I get up and eat something? Oh no, I ate something last night. But like, typically, it doesn't really matter what time I go to bed. I'm starting to like, maybe like my biological clock or whatever that's called, that, you know, the time system in my body. You know, like people get up at the same time every day. Like, you know, when they they'll say, I retired, but I still get up at 6 o'clock every morning. I just can't sleep in past then. It's like how my dad is. What did my dad say to me recently? He said he goes, well, I sleep in every once in a while. And to my dad, I'm sure sleeping is like 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Trust, I sleep a lot later than that. But, yeah, like, I noticed that. Like, I'm still getting up at, like, the same time. So then, and maybe it's my body needs more sleep, you know, on the nights that I go to bed early. I don't know. But, well, the other night that I went to bed, what was that, yesterday, I think? The night before? I had gone to, so that would have been... Yeah, Thursday night I went to bed early, and then Friday I got up at like 8 in the morning and felt completely awake, fully rested, and that was kind of like, that was kind of strange that I was going to say an anomaly. That was kind of strange that I felt that way, that I was like that awake, because I don't usually feel that way when I get up in like that early in the morning. I'm like, oh, I'll just sleep for 2 or 3 more hours and then I go back to bed, you know? But for some reason that morning I got up and I just was awake. I actually was out of the house before Alex that morning. Oh gosh. This like lightning and stuff reminds me of the original Poltergeist movie, which is, that movie had such an effect on me when I was growing up as a kid. Not to mention that my friends and I in the neighborhood, my 2 girlfriends, Jessie and Katie, we used to walk around the neighborhood with our bubble gum and we would like pull it apart and we would pop it and we would go, come to the light, Carol Ann, come to the, I don't know how we ever started that. We'd go, come to the light, Carol Ann. I don't even know what year that movie came out or how old I would be, but I remember I'm listening to this channel. I'm like obsessed with this channel this summer on Sirius Radio. It's Rock 70, Yacht Rock Radio. And it so reminds me of like what my dad would have listened to on the radio while we were on the boat in Saugatuck, Michigan in the summer. Because it's like Yacht Rock Radio. It's right now, it's Michael McDonald. I gotta try. But anyway, it plays all these old, it played the theme to Arthur the other day, or the other, like when Tony and I were driving around, which I love that movie Arthur. That was like my dad and I's movie together. What was I saying? I was saying something about sailing takes me away to where I'm going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's from that Christopher Cross song. What was I saying before that? Man, I just stopped right in my tracks, was telling a story. Oh, Poltergeist. I don't even know what year that movie came out, but my friends and I all saw it, and I can remember being so weirded out by that movie, and like that movie terrified me. Like it really, really scared me. And do you guys remember the lightning? And like the mom or the dad, I can't remember which, I think it's the dad, tells the boy like how to count. Like it's like when you see the lightning, and then if you like, is it the thunder? Yeah, it's like you see lightning and it's like you count to like how far you count is like how many miles away it is. And I remembered as a kid, my dad had told me the same thing, and I remember seeing that. It was like so weird because he said it in there. So I can't remember how it is. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? But like if it lightning, do you guys see these lights behind me? Look at that, it's so bright. But like if it lightnings, then you count. Like it's just like, well now it's constantly lightning, but like you count 100, 2 100, 3 100, and then when it that's like how far away the storm is. And I remember that from the movie, and that kid like being in his bed. Do you remember the tree attacking him and stuff and going into his braces? Movies were scarier back then, I think. Probably because like at this point, I'm trying to think of like the last scary movie that I watched that I thought was like really scary. Like they did a really good job of it. You know, I keep on doing this thing like when I go on vacation for the plane, where I rent these movies and then I don't end up watching them, and I pay the money to rent the movie, which is so stupid. And I rented that movie Nomadland with Frances McDormand, which I really wanted to see. Never watched it. And you can rent it like for 30 days, even once you like, I think these people have their brights on or something. Even once you like download it, you still have like 30 days to watch it. And then there was another one that it was called like They or Fear, or I can't remember what it was called, but it was like some horror movie. And I wanted to watch that too. But what was the last scary movie that I watched that I thought was like really scary? You know, I honestly don't even really know. I can't really think of a lot that's scary. Severe thunderstorm warning. You guys, it stopped. And like, it stopped so much that the whole camera went dark. So I don't know when I stopped. I was talking about Poltergeist and how much that movie scared me, and my dad teaching me about like counting from lightning to thunder. And then I was talking, then the notice on the computer screen on my car came up saying that it's like, it said till 3:15 a.m. is this a thunderstorm warning or something. I was like, is that 3:15 a.m. or 3:15 p.m.? And then I was talking about, I don't even know what I was talking about. And here the red pickup truck isn't here tonight. And then my camera, I looked over and it was just completely dark. And I was like, oh my God, like how long ago did it stop? Oh, I was talking about that our electricity goes out a lot in the summer with storms in our neighborhood. And I'm like really hoping that the electricity doesn't go out tonight, because if it does, it will be so hot in our house. And I will sleep downstairs on the couch with the window open. But I like to have a fan right on my face. That's what I was saying too. I like summer storms. I think they're pretty. Especially if you're like in a car driving around, or you're like inside and you can just, you know, like listen to the storm, listen to it like hit the windows and whatever. So anyway, but I'm gonna drive around after this and listen to my audiobook. The only thing about storms, and it's the lightning too, I think, or the thunder, I don't know. I was gonna get a thunder coat for Boo Radley. I still haven't done that. The little guy is so terrified of the storms. And I mean, like really, really scared of the storms. He doesn't understand the storms. He doesn't understand them. And like if we leave the doors open, sometimes he'll go downstairs. Sometimes if it storms, Tucker doesn't care. So sometimes, and this is the other thing that's really funny about it though, is that like if it's raining down outside and they haven't gone out in a long time and we have to take them out, Boo Radley will go right outside in a thunderstorm and he will go do his business and then come back in soaking wet. He does not care about the rain. He doesn't, if he's outside, he doesn't care about the rain, the lightning, the thunder, it doesn't bother him, right? Tucker will not go out in the rain. Like he will like stand there and turn in circles, and you can tell that he has to go to the bathroom or go potty, but he won't go pee. And then finally I'll say, come on Tucker, you gotta go potty, and I'll like walk out in the rain. He'll come over there potty and then like right back inside. He hates it. But Tucker's not afraid of the storms like inside. Boo Radley, oh my Lord, that dog is so scared. He crawls all the way up. I mean, it's like he needs to get as close to me as he possibly can. He's like climbing up my chest up to me. I'm like, Boo Radley, not that much, Boo Radley, that much, you know, closeness, so much love. He's like so scared. So sometimes, like if it storms and I'm like out vlogging or whatever, Alex will just open the bedroom window, or bedroom window. Alex will just open the bedroom door, and Boo Radley will go down to his house and sleep down there because he can't hear the storms and it doesn't bother him. And I think he feels safer like in that little area. If I hold him while it's storming, he does okay. But he just, it's like, I think it just rattles his bones. I think it just scares the hell out of him. He doesn't know what it is, poor little guy, you know? I mean, you have to think about it, too, from the point of view of, like, a little dog that, I mean, he's really not that worldly. I mean, the only time he's ever left our house is to go to the vet and to go to the kennel, which we call the hotel. I mean, he doesn't know anything else, you know what I mean? So, to him, the thunder is probably, he probably has no idea what it is. It's probably really scary to the little guy, you know? But I was also talking about what movies I've seen that are really scary. Why do I feel like I watched a Rob Zombie movie recently and it was really scary? I feel like I watched one, it was called like oh, I know which one I watched. Oh, that was scary. And I think it was called 31. And it was about Halloween night, and it was kind of like Saw a little bit, where they like kidnapped these people and then they were like up against like the worst killers in the world, and they had to make it out of this like warehouse, and these weird people were like dressed up like Marie Antoinette kind of like, you know, era, and they were like betting money on who would like make it out of this thing. Did you guys see this movie? Oh my God, it was terrifying. It was so scary. Actually, it was interesting because Alex and I, for a long time, exclusively really only went into the theater. We would only see, like, at the movie theater, we would only go see horror movies, scary movies. We love, Alex and I both love horror movies, scary movies. And so we would go, and they were all kind of dumb, you know, like, they were just stupid movies. Like, I remember this one time we went with Melissa and Jason, and we saw Defriended or Unfriended or something, and it was about the people, and they were all like on some social media app, and one started getting killed one after the other. Do you guys remember that movie? It was so dumb. But anyway, and but Alex and I, this was like when we first got together, there was a movie that was by the producers or the directors of Saw, and it was called The Collector. It was so scary and so well done, and it was about this family who were going out of town for the weekend, and this guy was breaking into, he was like a construction worker that was working on the house, and he owed a bunch of money for like gambling or something. I can't remember what it was. He was like owing a bunch of money to like get his, like he had to pay something off for like these people that he owed were gonna like come for his kid and his girlfriend or something. I can't remember, daughter and girlfriend or whatever. But anyway, so he was gonna break into this house because he knew that the couple was out of town for the weekend, and he was gonna steal all their like jewelry and whatever, and then like sell it. So he gets into this house, and he gets locked into this house and can't get out, and he realizes that he's in there with this killer who has like taken this family and is killing them one by one in like really kind of like sick and sadistic and twisted ways. It just was wrong. And it was so terrifying. And there's like this one scene when the killer can see him, and he can see this little girl that's in the house, but the killer can't see the little girl. And oh my God, I can remember being so terrified watching that. Everybody's light seems so bright tonight. I don't know what it is. There's nothing like a scary movie in the summer, though, is there? You know, another thing I haven't done yet is I haven't really sat on the front porch and watched any movies and stuff yet. I mean, a little bit here and there, like a TV show. There's all kinds of lightning bugs over there. I've actually seen quite a lot of lightning bugs so far this year. They're so pretty. I feel like lightning bugs are such a staple of summer, you know, obviously, but there were a couple summers where I feel like we didn't have a lot of lightning bugs. And then there's other summers where you like drive by a field and it's just like they just go off like this, you know. It's so pretty. I love driving out in the country like this in the summer nights. But yeah, I haven't sat on the front porch yet a whole lot and watched like any shows or anything. I need to get started on that. It is just like lightning central going off everywhere. Here, I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see that? Pretty though. It's a lot. The battery that I have in here is at the halfway mark already. It was not fully charged when I pulled it out of the charger. I do have 2 fully charged batteries in here, but I was like, well, let's just use this one first. I think I have 2 batteries in here. Let me see. Yeah, I have 2 batteries. I'm probably not going to vlog forever tonight, though, anyway, because I want to listen to my audiobook, but I put the battery in there, and I was like, well, let's see how far I can get this battery. I'm really thirsty all of a sudden, you guys. And was it last night? I think it was last night that I drank my last Diet Coke. And I meant to go and get a case of it today, but I didn't do that. Oh well. And I would like to get a case of it from Costco because it's so cheap at Costco. At Costco, you can get like, it's like would be like 48 cans. I think it's like 224 things. You can get like 48 cans for like 10 bucks or something. It's super cheap at Costco. I couldn't believe it. Like when we were on lockdown and Alex and I went to Costco and got all that food, we got like $300 worth of food, which we ate on for like a year, it seemed like. I mean, we really did. And, but like he got a thing of Coke and I got a thing of Diet Coke. And it lasted us forever. I mean, forever. Isn't it so stupid that like something so silly like me having Diet Coke in my refrigerator makes me so happy? Like, what is that about? It's like something so simple that, Peter, just go get a case of Diet Coke. It's really not that deep, right? But here, what I'll do is, for like 3 or 4 days, because I don't want to go and just pay $4 or something for like a case of Diet Coke. Did I say Dr. Pepper? I meant Diet Coke. Because I don't want to pay for a case of Diet Coke when I could get it so much cheaper at Costco. So I won't. So then I'll just sit here and like be like, well, I would really like a Diet Coke, but I don't have any because I didn't want to buy a case of Diet Coke at the gas station. It's so silly, isn't it? I will say this, I think 2 liters are a waste of money. My husband always buys 2 liters, and I'm always like, and first of all, 2 liters go flat so quick. Like whenever we get pizza, he always gets a 2 liter of Pepsi. And first of all, let me just tell you that like, I really like Diet Pepsi. Somebody in like, I did like a Q&A with Alex or something, and we were talking about Diet Coke versus Diet Pepsi and all this kind of stuff. And somebody like tried to get in on the comment section, and they were like, well, you said in another video. And I'm like, no. Okay. First of all, I would drink it if it was the only thing there, but I really am not a Pepsi fan whatsoever, okay? Pepsi. Just Pepsi, the drink, Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi, okay? Mountain Dew, every once in a while, I get kind of in phases where I really like Mountain Dew, especially Baja Blast. I haven't really tried a bunch of other ones unless I review it on my review channel. Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb, root beer, I love, but it has to be a certain kind of root beer. And I love tap root beer, like at a restaurant. But, talking about Pepsi versus Coke, I cannot stand Pepsi. Just like Pepsi. Now, I'll drink it if there's nothing else. Like, if Alex gets a 2 liter, when we get pizza from Papa John's, because they have Pepsi products there, I will drink a Pepsi, you know? But I don't really like it. And if it were up to me, I'd get Dr. Pepper, but I don't want to get 2 liters because we don't really drink 2 liters a lot around our house. So, get the Pepsi, drink the Pepsi, okay? Coke. If I'm going to drink Coke or Pepsi, it's Coke, always. Like, at a restaurant, if I go and I want a Coke and they say, well, we're Pepsi products, and I'll order something else. Now, I like the crisp flavor of a Diet Coke. Oh, this is what it was. I said, when we're on vacation, I love coming up to the pool and getting a Diet Coke by the pool. Like, that's like one of my favorite things. It's like at the end of the day, like if we've been on the beach all day long, to come up to the bar beside the pool and then like get into the pool with like a Diet Coke on ice, sometimes with a lime. I really, really like that. Thunderstorm warning ends at 3:15 a.m. Okay, so typically when I go to like hotels and stuff like that, they don't have Pepsi, they have Diet Coke. So that's why I always just get Diet Coke. But I do like Diet Coke. And the thing is, I like, if I'm gonna get a fountain pop, like if I'm gonna go get a Diet fountain pop, I typically always get Diet Pepsi and a fountain pop. I don't know what it is, I just like Diet Pepsi and a fountain pop. And also, years ago, I read this book called Speed Queen by Stuart Onan, which I love. And it's such a great book. It's so desperate and sad though, but it's such a great book. And by the way, if you want a really good portrayal of the desperation of alcoholism, Taylor Jenkins Reid's Malibu Rising does a fantastic job of it with one of the characters. I don't want to say who, but I I always get a Diet Pepsi when I get, I mean, not always. I mean, there are times that I get a Diet Coke, like if they don't have Diet Pepsi or whatever. But if I got to choose, and I'm not getting Dr. Pepper, because it's usually either Dr. Pepper or Diet Pepsi when I go to the gas station. It's been like that for a long time. For a while, I used to drink Diet Dr. Pepper, but I don't anymore. If I'm gonna drink Diet Dr. Pepper, I'll just drink Dr. Pepper. Why is this car like racing up behind me? People are driving crazy tonight. This car literally just like out of nowhere, it was like that movie Christine. My God, it just like raced up right behind me. Well, they're turning, so thank God for that. That made me so nervous. Where am I at on time? I've been like posted a lot of videos. I think I've posted, not on every channel, but I posted a lot like every day this month so far. I know I've posted at least, I think at least one drama video every day so far. And Peterisms, I think I've done every day. So maybe not. Maybe I missed a day or two. Or maybe I missed a day. Now my review channel, I missed the last 2 days. And that's because I ran out of time. Today I had something no, maybe I did review something on there yesterday. What was yesterday, Friday? No, because after the pool, I said I was going to come home and I was going to film another video. And Tanya said, well, don't film a bunch of videos, just get over to the house so you can hang out with everybody. So when I got home, I just finished uploading the videos that I had already been doing. Oh, the battery is dying. I just started uploading the videos that I had in there that I had already been uploading. And, yeah. Well, I think I'm going to end the vlog now so that I can go and listen to my audiobook and hopefully get a bunch of it done. It's only 11:29. I can't believe it's still so early. So that I can get a bunch of my book done tonight and then hopefully get to bed early, you know, and get up and have a full day tomorrow. Good day. I can't believe we're gonna have thunderstorms tonight, like severe thunderstorms, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be really nice and sunny all day long. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Sunday, an amazing beginning to into your week, and I hope you're getting refreshed and renewed and rejuvenated for the week ahead. And yeah, and get your things all ready, and then relax in the evening and have a very relaxing evening, so that you feel all what's another RE word? I don't know. Refreshed for the week ahead. And that's why I love Sunday so much. It's kind of a day to get ready for the week ahead, you know, and hang out by yourself or with your family and friends and just relax. So anyway, I don't know, make an ice cream sundae, watch a show, take a nap, have a calm, peaceful day. And I love you guys. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And even though I just said it, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!